never expected payment. She go to a bar or a club. Sometimes I meet someone, sometimes not. Once in a while, I told him my name is Lolita, and Lolita got me. I'm about to invite him home, and then I think, easier now that your father's dead? Not really. His people still crisscross the city. His influence never dies. And everything is made more impossible because it's missing from my life. I can't stand being without it. They were quiet for a time, listening to the petty story. I want to know about Rebecca. Their pleas aside, refusing to be. There was the utter chaos in the aftermath of the bomb. I have 3 comrades dead, and your safety came first. Besides, as you know, the weather was very bad. I would never have been able to find him. Bring him to me. At once. Power had been restored. The lights were back on, but he could not shake the sense of foreboding that had electrified him like a lightning bolt when the power was cut. He had immediately pulled out at the girl beneath him, fearing the worst. He had been fearing the worst. Run through the American systems. They're always barking about how they can help us in the drug war. At more or less the same time as the day before. So he'll have the courage to return. Alone knows how many times. I don't think she'll react well to another one, especially by a man. Bourne nodded. Does she have family left? So the girl stared at him for a moment, then slowly shook her head. Answered. Bourne pretended to ponder. Flinch. She held out a hand, which Bourne took. I like you, she said softly. The girl was still holding his hand. You don't have to tell me how she ended up in your room, he said to Maricruz in English. Thought often led them to do precisely what you wanted them to do. I found her shrieking in a pool of her own excrement. Maricruz stroked the girl. She said at last, there was no bicycle accident. In fact, there was no accident his again, and this time there was a determination in them that would not be denied. The guest, I suppose you could put it, of someone I had no business being with. That would be either Felipe. This is the result. Some result. So misunderstanding. Looking into her eyes, it seemed to him that merging between them. Gracias, Javi, she said. She drank. 29. Rios entered with a slim file we would cook up. Not even from Carlos's belly. Storm. The sky was a clear. Plans that the CIA eventually.
He's serious. Set timer for 15 minutes.
Sophisticated, Carlos thought. He seems to terrify them, Rios continued. They want him dead. So do I. Carlos handed the folder back to his lieutenant. Get this photo out to everyone. All branches of the police and our lieutenant. And when you do, shoot to kill. When Lieutenant Rios left his boss's office, did to him. The boss wants this in their hands within the hour. They'll hustle off. Then he went into the stairwell, trotting down the stairs to the lobby. Outside, he crossed this to answer. News. Rios was curious as to why Madame. This is the evidence we have. The boss has us handing out his photo to everyone. How the hell did you get it? They wet work for them. Rios looked around furtively, always on guard during to inform on Carlos. Any instructions? Just keep me informed on your progress with Bourne. Maricruz worried her lower lip. I want to trust you, but I don't think I can. Then you are in trouble. Her expression told Bourne she was. I would help you if you do on Mexican soil. Maricruz drew the girl to her. Wrapped, she whispered in the girl's ear. Angel grinned at Bourne, nodded in a kind of surrender. Deliberate. Of course it was deliberate. This man in San Luis Potosí was a pro. But this revelation rocked him. Feel comfortable. Javi, sit down. More incentive to keep coming toward him. Back to the subject at hand, perhaps. Why are you telling me this? I don't know. He regarded her critically. I think you do. All along. She hesitated a moment. It would seem so, yes. Why? She had thought about this ever since... Help with what? Not what, Maricruz said. Who? Carlos. 30. You can't be serious. I help you kill anyone. Angel whispered something in Maricruz's ear. I see you had a second bed put in for her? Yes, but so far she refuses to use it. Isn't just anyone. Granted, but I've taken an oath to save life. Someone has to expose Carlos for what he is and what he's done. Would you be against doing that? It isn't Mexico, honey. Neither you, nor I, nor anyone else for that matter. She tossed her head. No? No, blood money. Of course, nothing could be clearer. Well, then, the only path open to us. People like us don't just go around killing other people. Senor Carlos, he sends his regrets, but pressing business has kept him from visiting you today. His mobile vibrator. It couldn't be Tigger warning about Carlos. He would have thought. Thorne frowned. What about? A bomb on his SUV and killing 3 of his men. You didn't, of course not even call the hospital to inquire after her health. With the party Congress so close and Chosilan eager to pounce on any hint of impropriety, Ouyang needed to sit tight. Something he was ill-equipped to do. These people were animals. To that end, he took himself to the address of an underground. Still, he was grateful for the diplomatic protection of the embassy vehicle. He told him, keep your head down. I know, he's a patient here. The woman shrugged. She was middle-aged, with a face like a lion's cage, blind and confined. She shrugged. Take your outrage to the ADEA. I can't help you. She peered around him. Next. Colonel Sun retreated. Even though he was unused to being treated like a peon, jolting rhythm of Western civilization, which he thought now was something of an oxymoron. His last trip to the West had been more than a year ago, when he traveled to Rome, following Massage Rebecca, whom Minister Ouyang was intensely and mysteriously interested. Coming along her, he had discovered Jason Bourne in her company.